Hello there, everyone. My name is Buddy, and this morning, I believe, the trailer for Andor, a new Star Wars TV show, released. In my last trailer analysis video, I said I would have wanted to do a breakdown of the initial Andor trailer, but that I kind of waited too long on that, so it wasn't really as relevant anymore. But there's a new one, so I'm gonna try to get this video out as quick as possible and not procrastinate. Yay. Okay. So, yeah, let's just get into the analysis. This is not my first time watching the trailer. This is, I think, my third time. So, it's not really a reaction. It's more of a, I'm going to look at it again and try to find details. All right. So I assume this is Cassian Andor's home planet, and that the Imperials are arriving to it, and that the Imperials are coming and mining on his planet, because I assume that that is young Andor. So we know that the Imperials kind of went to the planets in the Outer Rim and mined them a lot. So I think that that's happening to Andor's homeworld. Seems like Andor is kind of trying to infiltrate the Empire and steal from them. Yeah, so he is disguised as an Imperial soldier here. So I'm pretty sure that this guy is trying to recruit people to join the rebellion, because this TV show is going to be about kind of the origins of the rebellion and the first few leaders in the rebellion joining together to fight against the Empire. So he's recruiting them there. So this is in the past, before the show takes place, because as you can see in later shots, the clone troopers have been phased out for stormtroopers. And you can also see the clone troopers in the last trailer for Andor. And I think that she has a similar uniform to Director Krennic. So, yeah, or she might be ISB, Imperial Security Bureau. Death troopers are typically surrounding officials from the Tarkin initiative, like the Death Star stuff. So she might also be working on building the Death Star. So maybe that's why they're mining his planet. The person back here doesn't seem to be wearing a Imperial uniform that we've seen before. And we've also seen people with these uniforms in past trailers. So what I'm thinking they are a planetary defense force that's kind of being incorporated into the Empire. Because you can, in other movies, like Solo, you could kind of see that the airport security in the spaceport that Solo and Kira were trying to leave the planet from, they had also been incorporated into the Empire. So that's what I think that these guys with this uniform are. This looks like a planet similar to Braca, like a junk scrap planet, but I'm not sure. Pretty sure though. I don't know what this ship is. It might be a Venator? I don't know, I'm just guessing, because the Imperials were destroying the Venators at this point. That is what I assume to be an AT-AT Walker. So this probably is kind of a scrap planet, like Braca from Jedi Fallen Order. Maybe that's a Venator bridge back there. Okay, so these are Saw Gerrera's partisans. So they seem to be aiming at the guy that's recruiting people to the rebels. So if this is the same location, which I'm pretty sure it is, So that's interesting, but I think that he is trying to recruit Saw Gerrera to the Rebel Alliance. However, there is a little bit of conflict in the rebels, between the partisans and the rebels, because the rebels don't exactly like Saw Gerrera's extreme tactics, so that might be what's going on here. I'm not quite sure. But the dialogue makes it seem like he's trying to get Saw Gerrera to join the rebels. Yeah, so I think that both of them are kind of wanting to openly fight against the Empire, instead of what a lot of the other rebels are taking the approach of like trying to be more stealthy. Which does come up later in the trailer. Oh, so here are some Imperial Army troopers. I guess this might be some kind of riot on the planet that we saw earlier. We haven't really seen Imperial Army troopers other than in the battle on Mimban and Solo. So it'll be interesting to see them again. Those, I think, those look like LAATs, so maybe Imperial LAAT gunships. Oh, I think, yeah, these guys are, part of that planetary security force, what I assume to be a planetary security force, which are joining with the Empire. Oh, okay, so they're coming out of those LAAT gunships. So maybe they are a part of the Empire. But this doesn't look like the same planet. So these could be the gunships of this planetary security force, or these could be new types of Imperial troopers. This is Coruscant, which will be nice to... this is the same planet, I think. And there is the officer again that we saw earlier, who... They seem to be... I think this is the planet that we keep coming back to. That the clone troopers, and now the Empire's occupying it. So there might be some kind of important resource on this planet that the Empire's trying to get. And these seem like blueprints for a factory of sorts, that big tube thing. I'm not quite sure. Oh, okay, so this Luthen guy, he seems to be maybe a senator, actually. And there's my Mothma. Okay, so I think that he and my Mothma might come into a bit of conflict, because this guy is wanting to fight the Empire out in the open. And as you will see later, just a second, I believe. Yeah, Mon Mothma is trying to take a more stealthy approach to rebelling against the Empire, which will be a very interesting plotline to see unfold. Okay. So there was a lot right there. Okay, so this seems to be the water planet. There. Yeah, I think this might actually be Andor's homeworld. And then there's the water spot, where we saw those big water bases, the underwater Imperial bases, from the last trailer, and a little bit in this trailer. So I think they're rebels disguised as Imperial Army troopers, maybe? And I think these are Imperial workers, and this is, I believe, to be inside those big underwater bases. This is back on the planet, so maybe rebellion is kind of now on this planet, and they're all rebelling against the Empire. Yeah, and we're going to get three episodes right off the bat when it releases, which will be very nice. They had 2 for Kenobi, so now they're going for 3. Yeah. So, if you saw any details that I missed in this video, feel free to leave a comment down below. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!